All right, let's talk about content creation pillars. So now you know you need to be creating content. There's basically four main pillars that you are creating content for. And really, they're forming groups of people as well. This also fits into top of funnel, middle of funnel, and bottom of funnel. So we'll talk about that as we go through this. But this is some really good information to keep in mind. You can hit the next button and pick up the PDF of this just below this video, just to keep on hand for when you're thinking about what content you're going to create and why you're creating it, as well as what kind of content to create. So let's start with free content. So this is the bucket. We'll call this the top of the funnel. This is attraction marketing. This is where you're creating content and putting it across different platforms to attract an audience. Now, obviously, as they go through this funnel, it's going to get less and less people. But the point here is to attract as many potential buyers as possible. So the kind of free content that you're going to create might be a podcast, YouTube videos, Facebook live streams, or blog posts. Things that are going to be out on the web on high profile sites that are going to drive traffic, and hopefully the free content always has a bait or an opt-in or a lead magnet attached to it so that you can use that free content to grow your email list. So if we're doing a YouTube video, let's say on how much water you should drink in a day, maybe you have an opt-in or bait that they can click on and download, and maybe it's a calculator to find out how much water you need for your body weight. Or maybe it's just a PDF download with the calculation and how to do the calculation of how much water you need. So you always want to be doing content upgrades or lead magnets related to that piece of content. So that's your free content here. This is what you're putting around the web. Of course, blog posts, although they're on your blog, can be repurposed. You could also use that blog post on Medium or LinkedIn articles, because those have much larger audiences than your own blog post probably does. YouTube videos, again, you're looking at search engines, larger search engines that you're going to be able to attract a lot of your potential buyers. So that's the first kind of content that you are going to create, is the free content, and that ultimately is to help build your list and get them into the funnel and getting them through the first part of the know, like, try, trust, buy factor. Know, like, trust, try, buy factor. So this is them getting to know you. This is them discovering you. And then hopefully you're going to be able to lead them into an opt-in or bait to be able to get their email address to get them into your funnel. Okay, so the second kind of content you're going to create is fan content. So fans are more than I've just seen one YouTube video of yours. A fan would be maybe they've subscribed to your YouTube channel and they've watched several of your videos and they're starting to really resonate with your message, or they really like who you are and they want to learn more about you. So maybe now they're following on several of your social media sites. Maybe they're now on your email list. So they've actually kind of become fans rather than just acquaintances who kind of know who you are. So for fan content, again, you've got podcasts. Contests are great for fan content. More personal posts, maybe on Instagram or Snapchat. And then maybe you have a Facebook group. They could join the Facebook group, and of course they're on your email list at this point. So you're creating sort of more exclusive content for your fans to allow them to get to know you better, to get to know you a little more personally, to start to build that, that trust factor more. So that's sort of coming into the middle of the funnel so they know who you are now. Now they're following on maybe a couple of different social media sites and paying a little more attention to who you are and what kind of content you deliver and what your business is. So that's your fan content. Then you've got your exclusive content. So this is when they are in the funnel. Now you're delivering content to them based on really trying to build this relationship and move them into, so they're in the consideration phase here, the middle of the funnel. And so you're giving them lots of value and lots of great information that's going to hopefully move them into the buyer zone, right? So exclusive content might be webinars, definitely other baits or opt-ins or one-time offers, things like that, things that are going to move them along the funnel a little further, resource library, swipe files, case studies, success stories, anything that's going to build on the trust that you've already created with them and give them sort of more exclusive access and more exclusive content to you. So now we're sort of, we're moving into the very bottom of the funnel now, where it's decision time, and they're either going to decide to buy from you here or they're not. So if you've done a good job of the free content, the fan content, and now the exclusive content, they're going to buy from you, buy something from you. So now they've bought from you. Now this is the paid content. So this is your course or membership content. This is your live Q&As. This is your master classes. This is your paid content. So this content is only being delivered to those who have paid for something. They've paid for a master class. They've paid for a course. They've paid for a program, something like that. And that's your paid content that you're going to be delivering to them. Because you've already gotten paid, they already bought something from you, and now your job is to deliver this paid content to them. Again, either in your course, membership site, masterclass, some kind of, some kind of content that is going to be delivered when they pay to be part of your whatever you have. So those are sort of your main four content creation pillars. Your free content, which is top of the funnel, your fan content, which is moving into the middle of the funnel where they're really getting to know you and in sort of a consideration phase. And then you've got your exclusive content, which is sort of bottom of the funnel when they're making their decision. Then they make their decision to buy from you, and then you're creating the paid content. Is all of this content necessary? 100% it is. And so as you're creating content, you need to be thinking about, is this content pillar 1, 2, 3, or 4? Who's it for? What am I doing with it? Why? Why am I doing this? And is it exactly what they're looking for? Again, if you know your buyer persona, your UVP, and you know what they're needing, what problems they have, you're going to be able to nail this content. So in the next section, we're actually going to go into the research phase. So what, one of the huge questions, obviously, is that's a lot of content. It's not necessarily a lot of content. It's strategic content that you're putting out consistently in all of these 4 different pillars. And you need to be, fan content and exclusive content may be able to be reused over and over in different ways. Paid content as well. Free content, the goal is to create really epic free content and pull them into your funnel. And so that free content has got to be high value. It's got to be really good stuff, and it needs to be consistent. If someone's subscribing to your YouTube channel, for instance, and they've just found out about you, if you go 2 or 3 weeks without putting out a piece of content on the one platform that they subscribe to you on, they're going to pay far less attention than if you put out a new video every Tuesday morning at 9 a.m. Pacific. They know to expect it. You're sort of training them to expect it. That's what we're looking for, consistent and quality content across all of these pillars.